Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over UFO Gaming. And the reason I'm going to go over UFO Gaming is because, well, you have another token that did a pump, and it's GALA. And as most of you know, GALA's been all over the news, getting onto YouTube channels. And you have those YouTube channels. Why is GALA pumping? Or Dwayne The Rock Johnson got involved and GALA pumped. So at the end of the day, most of you that follow my channel understand that this right here is probably one of my more number one gaming token is right here at UFO Gaming. That's the coin. I have it on a line chart because it has a lot of here. I'll go to you. I'll show it to you. The reason I have it on a line chart, guys, put on the candles. You know, a lot of the wicks on there. I just want to show you guys something on the line chart, what I'm checking out with it. And I do think there's a possibility over here that you're going to have maybe even a better pump than GALA. That's what I'm going to think. Of course, of 2023, guys. Okay. Here's the situation is that people had the arguments, not arguments or debates with me. I don't really call it debates or just listening to people. I'm like, guy, in the crypto market, the crypto blockchain, you can't even play the games yet, man. Have you looked at those games, man? They don't even work right, man. You can't even do anything on them. I'm going to give you guys a little history lesson. I'll let you know something. They said the same thing about the internet. Look at the games on those things, man. You can't really play any games. And look at it now. Just saying. So, one of the things is that I like about cryptocurrency is that you have Bitcoin, you got the Bitcoin maxis, and Bitcoin has limited supply. And, the theory is all the governments will start buying it. And then all of a sudden there's going to be the mega moonshot on Bitcoin because it's just limited supply and go up. And, that sounds reasonable and that could happen. That's years down the road. And now you have the other part of cryptocurrency that I personally look at is the blockchain and the software and the disruptive technology that it offers, where you probably have games and it's going to have involved social media with it somehow. And this stuff is going to be on the blockchain. Okay. So with Bitcoin and then cryptocurrency, I look at it kind of like, I don't want to say apples and oranges, it's all under the same umbrella, but now you're kind of going in different areas is how I kind of look at that. So I don't think the gaming tokens are going to be going anywhere, in my opinion, or the games on the blockchain. I just don't think so. No way, man. If they accomplish that, that's going to be massive, massive, huge, in my opinion. So here is UFO Gaming, and it's going up into a wave. So we're going to break this down for you. Reason why I'm bullish on it is because it's in a bullish sequence. It went up into a wave, and it came down into a wave. Now, is it done? It could be. It could be done right there. I'll break that down. But this over here is clearly an impulsive move, okay? That's clearly an impulsive move. If you want to have somebody tell me that's a WXY wave or some type of ABC wave, hey, by all means, they can knock themselves out and that was just some corrective move up. It could be. But I really, really, really doubt that something that blasted up 600, 500 and plus percent, it could. I mean, it could, but I'm looking at it right here on this 8-hour chart. You got divergence at that point, telling you more likely that's an impulsive move. 1, 2, 3 is probably right there. That's a fifth of the third, and then it went up into a FOMO fifth right there, guys. That's how I look at that right there, okay? And it came back down. It looks like a three-wave move, okay? So here's this section I'm looking at right here, okay? You want to be careful with UFO Gaming that this didn't become a flat. So 3 and then somehow it did a 3 and then a 5, right? I'm not seeing that because you can see right here with UFO Gaming, it came down. It blasted up in a 3-wave move, right? And then you got a little move right here. It looks like I'm going off the RSI. So you can see 1, 2 right here. 3, you see that lowest peak? 4, 5. Okay, that's how I see that with UFO Gaming in that wave right there. And on the 8-hour chart, you clearly have bullish divergence. Okay, telling you more than likely That was an impulsive move right back down there and tested that low, made a double bottom, and now UFO Gaming is out of there. So what I'm saying is that you have a good shot that could have been the bottom right there. Right there. Okay. So now with UFO Gaming, it's given us more signals. And you can clearly see in this chart, there's a third wave peak right there. So you go right on up, boom. So potential 1, 2, as you can see that I have it marked, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay. Now, it's not a big deal right now. Okay. Now, what have I been doing? I've been getting up my UFO Gaming just right in this area. I think if you're right in this area, you're fine. And as long as it stays above pretty much that area that, I'm not going to say that number, but you can go check. It's right on top of these waves over here. Stays right in this area. This is fine. But with this thing right here, Bitcoin continues to go up. So let's say Bitcoin is going to continue to go up some. Okay. It's going to do a correction and Bitcoin might go up again. So then it'll come up and complete this fifth wave. So what do? And then Bitcoin will come back down. Let's say Bitcoin gets up to 19K and then it goes back down to 14K. This asset right here can easily just go like boom, 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 boom. And then you got it on that low. That's your spot right there with it. Okay. That's one option right there I'd be checking out. Or maybe it's done. It's going to come back down and go into these areas. But this is clearly, to me, if this is a 5 wave, if this is 5 and that's 5, you have a good shot. It was done right there, and you just picked this up on a correction. That's what I'm going to be checking out with it with UFO Gaming too. Okay. You want to be aware too. This could happen. If Bitcoin decides to continue to go up, or let's say Bitcoin has done a bottom, we don't know yet. We just don't know yet. I mean, that 15.4 or wherever it landed at, 15.5 could have been it. But if it's not it, okay, you have to realize that. That's why I'm like, hey, I'm taking on a little bit more risk right now, and I'm going into these because it's not 100%. Let's go. Okay, guys, now I'm over here on the Bitcoin chart, right? So here's Bitcoin. So we don't know for sure if this was the bottom for Bitcoin. Okay, we just don't know. It could have been. It could have been. And if it is, and I'm waiting, just say, for example, I'm going to go, okay, this is going to go up, and I'm waiting for this to come back down. Well, if I go back over to Bitcoin and that perhaps ends up being the bottom, well, what can happen over here? It just takes off on me. And then I'm sitting left holding no bag, right? And however, if Bitcoin decides to go up here or here, wherever it ends here, and then does a correction back all the way back down to here, well, then I have the option. I'm willing to take that risk. But I also don't want to lose the opportunity. Okay, so that's something that could happen. All right. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of arguments of people are like, Greg, Fed, Powell, man, Powell, he's not our friend, man. He's going to raise rates again. Yeah, I've gone over that in previous videos. You can watch those and maybe watch some other videos too. I'm not the only one that mentions that, is that the markets have already predicted that pretty much the Fed is going to raise rates probably 2 more times into March. And then there will be a pause, not a pivot, a pause where they just keep rates at the same level. And then the markets will go up. So if you take a look at the S&P and the NASDAQ, they're going down to their bottom. They're probably going to bottom in February or March, more than likely, somewhere right around there. Probably in February. And then they'll be in a bottom. And what those markets will do, they'll be into a bullish trend. Whether it's a B wave or a impulsive move out of there remains to be seen. Okay. And they're going to be going off more than likely. And what do you think is going to be happening here with Bitcoin, guys? Think about that. If they're going off and you have a good shot, that's going to be happening. What do you think is going to be happening with Bitcoin? So Bitcoin's either done here or it's got one more low, and Bitcoin will be going like that into a wave in 2023, which I'll be looking out for. A pretty good wave where it's going to go from 14, 15, 12, wherever it's going to end up. And it's going to go up to, say, 28, 35, maybe even 42 or 45. Okay. Just don't know yet. So UFO Gaming, back over here. Could go back up into that wave. Take a look at an 8-hour chart on the RSI. You see it break that. Okay. You see this wave on the RSI. You have to go through your various ones on the RSI. So you can see in the 4-hour chart, there's more divergence, okay? Telling you it's coming into a probably a 5th wave, right? Like a 4th wave right there. Boom's coming into a 5th wave. You go to the 8-hour chart, you got a little bit less, but in the 8-hour chart, if it takes that out, then that becomes your 3rd wave. So then you take your 3rd wave, you go like that, and then maybe I'll make a fourth wave and then a fifth wave, like so. Okay, that's how you do with the RSI. To do these waves, you have to have your RSI. Why? For people that are new to my channel, I'll go over the basics for you. It's very simple. You have a wave one, right? Goes up impulsively. It corrects into a second wave. Now, second waves in cryptocurrencies, they can be shallow or they can go all the way down there and test it. And then you got a third wave. This is the wave with the most momentum. And then you got a fourth, fifth, right? This is the wave with the most momentum. This is how you find these waves. Okay. In the RSI, you will have divergence between the third wave and the fifth wave. Okay. So just going over the basics for you right here. Wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four. Four can go deep, and then wave five, like that. But the wave five will be higher up here. It'll be higher in price, like this. Higher in price, lower in RSI. You see? All right, guys, I had to bring that back. I was clicking on everything, and I removed my RSI indicator off the chart on TradingView. So, all right, so here's the deal. You can see right here, here's your highest peak on your RSI, right? So right now you have a 3. That would be your 3. That could be the fifth or the third right there. So somewhere in that area, and it's coming up. And you can see in this 8-hour chart, you have strong divergence. In the 8-hour chart, it's pretty strong. You probably won't see it on a 12-hour chart. You see? On a 12-hour chart, it's like that. Okay, so we don't know yet. It could still be in a third wave, right? Like that. And it'll come down into a fourth and maybe go into a fifth. But it's real simple. Coming up into this wave, and then on UFO Gaming, you're going to wait for a correction. Boom, boom, and then off over here, just like that. So what's UFO Gaming? It's probably doing something that looks kind of similar to this right over in this section. Looks similar to kind of like that section right there. Okay? It's a little bit different, but that's how I see it. I'm extremely bullish on UFO Gaming. It's in a bullish setup. It's a gaming token. It's disruptive. It's very, very nascent or brand new. So you have to take that in consideration. So it's going to be highly volatile. It went up into a wave. It's over here correcting it. Let's check out the retrace and see what it did. Logarithmically, it's looking like what? 886? 886 and hit 90% on the nose. A very, very nice wave 2 retracement. So I'm willing to take that bet on UFO Gaming, guys. All right. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.